welcome to News Roundup. Here we bring you highlights and key stories. I'm Sharifat Ibrahim. First, the headlines. Presidential Tax Committee commends Kogi State's progress. Kogi State records major breakthrough against bandit. Morocco and Senegal clinch AFCON 2025 final spots. Now the news in details. The Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms in Nigeria has commended the Kogi State government for domesticating the harmonized taxes and levies law as part of Nigeria's ongoing tax reforms. This was contained in a Facebook post by the chairman of the committee, Taiwo Oyedele, in reference to the report of Joint Revenue Board following the passage of the Harmonized Taxes and Levies Law by Bayelsa State, with the Joint Revenue Board describing the development as a major milestone in the modernization of tax administration across the country. According to the report by the Joint Revenue Board, Kogi State was listed among early adopters of the Harmonized Tax Framework in Nigeria alongside Anambra, Ekiti, Gombe, Nasarawa, Plateau, and Zamfara, reinforcing the state's leadership role in the implementation of tax reform in the country. The Joint Revenue Board in its report said harmonized tax laws are designed to eliminate multiple taxation by streamlining numerous pre-existing taxes into a clear and approved list, while outlawing illegal roadblocks and arbitrary tax collections in Nigeria. The board acknowledged the collaborative efforts of state governments and their internal revenue services, including Kogi State, in driving reforms aligned with the National Tax Reform Initiative championed by the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Reacting to the development, the Special Advisor on Media to the Governor, Honorable Ismaila Isa, confirmed that the new tax laws will strengthen the state's revenue mobilization efforts, reduce challenges related to multiple taxation and illegal levies. Honorable Isa further stated that collaboration between the Joint Revenue Board by the State Internal Revenue Service in adherence to the Harmonized Tax Framework underline Kogi's dedication to transparent and efficient tax governance system that supports economic growth. Recall that Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo recently signed into law the Kogi State Taxes and Levies Law 2025, aligning the state with the National Harmonized Tax Framework championed by the Presidential Tax Committee and the Joint Revenue Board. Moving on, the Kogi State government says it has recorded a major breakthrough in the fight against banditry and terrorism following successful operations by joint security forces. This is contained in a press statement signed by the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Fanwo. He says the coordinated operations involved the Nigerian Army, Navy, Air Force, Department of State Services, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, and the Nigeria Police Force, with aerial support from the Police Air Wing in the western part of the state. According to the statement, the air and ground assaults led to the destruction of several bandit camps, the dismantling of criminal networks, and the neutralization of many of the criminals, and others fled with gunshot injuries. The government says feedback from affected communities in Kogi West shows renewed confidence in the ability of security forces to decisively end banditry and kidnapping in the state. The state government reaffirms resolve to sustain the offensive and continue taking the fight to the bandits until they are completely wiped out of Kogi State, assuring that no resources will be spared. The Kogi State government expressed appreciation to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his commitment to national security, as well as the National Security Advisor, service chiefs, and heads of security and intelligence agencies for their support. The statement further urged community members to continue to provide timely and credible intelligence to security agencies, while hospitals and health facilities have also been directed to promptly report cases of gunshot wounds to aid ongoing operations. Similarly, Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has ordered the immediate demolition of Sambel facility in Idoji, Okene local government area, following intelligence reports that criminal elements had taken over the location and were using it as a hideout. Dominion Adeyonju has more.
The governor gave the directive on Thursday during a visit to the area as part of his administration's renewed crackdown on criminal activities across the state. He declared that there will be no safe haven for criminals anywhere in Kogi State. The Sambel facility, which dates back to the 1980s, was once a popular relaxation and social hangout spot for residents before it fell into neglect over the years. According to the governor, the abandoned state of the facility made it vulnerable to criminal occupation, necessitating decisive action to prevent it from being used to threaten public safety. Governor Dodo directed security agencies to intensify clearance and surveillance operations across Okene and other parts of the state, with instructions to dismantle all structures aiding criminal activities. He reiterated that his administration would not negotiate with bandits or criminal groups, stressing that the protection of lives and property remains a top priority of his government. The governor also called on residents to support security agencies by providing timely and credible information, noting that security is a collective responsibility that requires active citizen participation. He explained that the demolition exercise forms part of broader measures aimed at restoring peace, maintaining law and order, and ensuring the safety of all residents of Kogi State.
What I have sworn in to do is to protect lives and livelihood of my people, and as such, I will always work to secure my people. This demolition you are seeing here today is to give our people the needed security they deserve. We have discovered that criminals have taken over this property. This property is owned by government, but fraudulently it was issued to an individual. And of course, when we discover that the activities going on here is giving our people unrest, so we have to take a bold decision to secure our people, because that is part of what I have signed to do. And as I've said, I will never negotiate with any criminal. I will never negotiate with any criminal. I will take that fight to them wherever they are. This is Okene, and it's an example to everybody. If you harbor criminal, your house will go down.
Recall that the Kogi State government had in December 2025 introduced sweeping emergency security measures, empowering authorities to pursue criminals and their sponsors in line with existing laws against violent crimes in the state.
The news roundup is coming to you on Lugat TV. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
The Kogi State's annual media report is the first of its kind in the history of our state. The idea is to ensure that we consistently monitor and project the achievements of the government, and also keep the people abreast of what the government is doing. It's really an honor and privilege that we've been able to put this report together, and we sincerely commend all our colleagues in the media who have been very committed in ensuring that they follow the activities of our government and then reporting same in ways that we can monitor, and we are hoping that we can do better with them. And this partnership is going to be sustained beyond this edition of the annual media report.
On January 27, 2024, Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo became the 5th executive governor of Kogi State, signaling a new era of development. His vision was clear: to foster sustainable development, prioritize the needs of the people, and promote unity among the state's diverse communities. In the education sector, Governor Ododo's administration has improved schools, provided scholarships for students, and prioritized teachers' welfare. The governor has built and revamped several primary healthcare centers across the state and equipped them with modern facilities. Under Governor Ododo's leadership, Kogi State has witnessed improved security and enhanced collaboration among its diverse communities. Governor Ododo's commitment to economic empowerment is also noteworthy. His administration has launched programs to promote entrepreneurship, particularly among young people in the agricultural sector. His administration has boosted food security by providing modern farming tools, fertilizers, and support for smallholder farmers. Kogi State stands stronger, united, and ready to take on the future under the administration of Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo.
Welcome back. The Kogi State government has reaffirmed commitment to supporting members of the Nigerian Armed Forces, veterans, and families of fallen heroes as the state joined the rest of the country to mark the 2025 Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day. Victoria Stephen has a report.
Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, who gave the assurance on Thursday at a ceremony in Lokoja, described the occasion as a solemn reminder of the sacrifices made by men and women who paid the ultimate price in defense of Nigeria's peace, unity, and territorial integrity. Represented by the Deputy Governor, Comrade Joel Salifu, Governor Ododo stated the Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day is more than a ceremonial event, but a sacred moment to honor soldiers who left the comfort of their homes and embraced an uncertain future in service to the nation. He assured families of fallen heroes of the state government's continued support, stressing that their sacrifices would never be forgotten.
Armed Forces Remembrance Day is not just a date on the calendar. It is a sacred moment when we pause to remember brave men and women who paid the ultimate price so that we may live in peace, freedom, and unity. They asked only for a country worth protecting. Their blood watered the soil of our nation, and their sacrifice remains the foundation upon which our peace is built. To the families of our fallen heroes, especially widows, widowers, children, and parents, I speak to you from my heart. Your pain is real, and your loss is immeasurable. No speech can replace a loved one. But please know, your sacrifice is not forgotten. The people and government of Kogi State stand with you, honor you, and remain committed to supporting you.
The governor commended the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his leadership and commitment to national security. He also praised the Chief of Army Staff and other service chiefs for their strategic efforts in combating insecurity across the country. Governor Ododo further applauded the commander officers and members of the 12th Brigade of the Nigerian Army in Kogi State and the leadership of other security agencies in the state for their sustained operations against criminal elements, noting that your efforts have contributed to improved safety and the protection of lives and property in the state.
Victoria Stephen, Lugat TV News.
And on sports, the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON 2025 produced thrilling outcomes, setting the stage for an exciting conclusion to the tournament. In a tense encounter, Morocco edged Super Eagles of Nigeria 4-2 on penalties after the match ended goalless in extra time. Yasin Bono's heroics in the shootout with 2 saves secured Morocco's place in the final. Senegal, meanwhile, defeated Egypt 1-0 courtesy of a Sadio Mane goal to join Morocco in the finals of the showpiece event. Senegal will face Morocco on Sunday in what promises to be a befitting end to Africa's biggest football tournament. A win for Morocco will be their first in 50 years, while Senegal hopes to add one to their last AFCON title in 2021. And that is on this week's episode of News Roundup. Until next week, I'm Sharifat Ibrahim. Thank you for staying with us.